Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Man vs. Rage YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be going over what is Remnant from the Ashes. But before we get into that, I just like everybody to know, if you want to, you can come hang out with us. We stream live Sunday through Friday, starting at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time over at dlive.tv/Man vs. Rage. That's MANVERSUSRAGE. All right, now let's get into the video. So, to kind of get into it, how I came across Remnant from the Ashes was just a random video on IGN of a boss fight in the game. I was like, man, this looks really cool. I need to look into this more. And it led me to other videos and learning more about it. And I kind of want to go over just their website with you guys. So maybe if you haven't heard about it, this will give you some knowledge into it. And I plan on making other videos soon to kind of show off some other things. But I just want to let you guys know kind of what the game is about. So maybe it'll interest you and you'll want to get into it as well, which it comes out August 20th. 2019 on PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. And I just want to kind of grow a community around this game because I think it looks really cool. But let's get into it. All right, so first off, a remnant of mankind. The world has been thrown into chaos by an ancient evil from another dimension. Humanity is struggling to survive, but they possess the technology to open portals to other realms, alternate realities. They must travel through these portals to uncover the mystery of where the evil came from, scavenge resources to stay alive, and fight back to carve out a foothold for mankind to rebuild. Remnant from the Ashes is a third-person survival action shooter set in a post-apocalyptic world overrun by monstrous creatures. As one of the last remnants of humanity, you'll set out alone or alongside up to 2 other players to face down hordes of deadly enemies and epic bosses and try to carve a foothold, rebuild, and then retake what was lost. So essentially, you are part of a group of the last people, the last good people at least, because I believe there are like bad people in the world too in this game. But you're trying to go through these portals, which is that can't really see it because of my cam, but that red crystal right there, those are portals, and you will go through those to go to different places and different worlds to fight creatures and try to take back humanity because it's been overtaken by these fellas right here. So before we get into that, endless fantastic realms await. Explore dynamically generated worlds. So yes, when you go into a world, they won't always be the same. Most of the time when you go in, they will be different. That change each time you play through them, creating new maps, enemy encounters, quest opportunities, and in-world events. Each of the game's 4 unique worlds is filled with monstrous denizens and environments that will provide fresh challenges with each playthrough. Adapt and explore, or die trying. Now, I've actually seen this game played on a live stream recently, and which we will be going over soon, trust me. Trying to dig deeper into that. But this game does look pretty hard at some points, and you'll want to, you have a main weapon, a side weapon, and a melee weapon. You'll kind of want to conserve ammo at times because you can run out and just have a melee weapon to depend on, and that might not always be good. So let's go into these places. So the swamp and the wasteland are coming soon. We don't know much about those yet, but let's go over what we do know about. First off, we have Earth. So on Earth, you will enemies for Earth are the Root. They come in a variety of terrifying incarnations, from small, fast creatures with mouths like bear traps to enormous lumbering behemoths that can easily slaughter entire teams of armed survivors. So you have like from what I've seen, you have like these little guys. They come in like large groups, but they die really easily. So you can usually just use your melee to take them out. But you can get swarm bombs, so you have to watch out to, you know, big guys with like Gatling guns that'll mow you down if you don't take your cover into account. But these are the enemies on Earth. And on Earth, where we'll be fighting is the city, which is a ruined cityscape, reflects the chaos of that time. Debris-ridden streets and gutted buildings set against a backdrop of broken skyscrapers. So, and then we'll have the subway. Beneath the city sprawls a network of broken subway tunnels and rancid sewage corridors, with enemies lurking in dark spaces and around every twist and turn of the labyrinth tunnel system. I probably didn't say that, but I'm going to just say labyrinth. And then we'll also have the canopy. The canopy is a hotbed of root activity and gets its name from the massive arboreal expanse covering the sky and blotting out the sun. The ground is scarred with deep ravines and chasms created when the roots of the massive tree system ravished and upturned the land. So pretty much they have 3 different environments on Earth, and they will kind of go there. They'll be dynamically generated to be different every time. Enemy placements will be different, and essentially every time you play it, it's going to be different. So moving on, we also have one other place, Yasha, which we'll go over the enemies. Enemies here are the Pan. They're a race of incredibly agile goat-like bipeds with a unique heretical society governed by an immortal priesthood. There is a strict culture made up of 2 castes, the commoners that form the bulk of the workforce and the idle nobility of which the Pan priests are preeminent. That word gets me every time. So these are like goat-like creatures. They showed off a few bosses actually for these people, and they look freaking pretty cool. So the environments for the Yasha are the jungle. The jungle world of Yasha is full of life, great, vibrant, and wild and lethal. So that's one of them. Then we'll have the village. The common Pan live in elaborate treetop villages. So you'll be going through the trees through these villages to fight them. And then you'll have the ziggurat. Pan nobility rule the region from ornate and massive ziggurats that dot the world. So these are probably the places that you'll be fighting the bosses, because I take it that's what the nobility probably are. Wish they might have common enemies, because just going into the thing, this game is supposed to come out at launch with 100 enemies, 100 different enemies, and 20 different bosses. Alright, so let's move on and see what else they have. So, scavenge, upgrade, and specialize. Overcome tough as nails enemies and epic bosses throughout hostile environments to earn experience, valuable loot, and upgrade materials. You can use to build a wicked arsenal of weapons, armor, and modifications to approach each encounter dozens of unique ways. So, something that they have stated why you might want to approach encounters in unique ways is beating bosses in certain ways gives you certain loot from those bosses. So you'll want to fight bosses in different ways to get different materials to craft different weapons, boss weapons. And that's why you will want to, you know, get different stuff so you can go fight bosses and kill them in different ways to get different materials to craft different things. So move forward. Strength in numbers. Invading other worlds to seek an end to the root is dangerous, and survival is far from guaranteed. Team up with up to 2 other players to increase your chances of survival. Teamwork is necessary to make it through the game's toughest challenges and unlocks its greatest rewards. So you, like stated earlier, you can play with up to 2 friends, which I think is really cool. And So that's it of that. So let's just go into my thoughts on it. I think it's really cool. You can play with two friends. I like that you can get a friend in there and you can keep playing together, and it's not like the Souls games where you have to, summon someone in, and then after you beat a boss, they leave. I think it's cool that you can actually keep playing together, because this is more Souls-like. They have stated that it does have difficulty to it. You're not just going to breeze through everything. I'm interested to see what they do with the mechanics of when you have friends in. Like if it's me and another person playing, difficulty going to be harder, and is there going to be more enemies? And then if it bumps up to 3, is it going to get even harder and even more enemies? I don't know if they've quite stated that yet, and it'll be cool to see what they do with it. But this is just what is Remnant. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, and I turned you on to a cool game that you will actually want to check out now, make sure to go check out their Discord. I'll try to leave a link down below in the about section so you guys can go check it out. I think it's a cool game with a pretty cool community so far. I chat on the Discord, and I hope that you guys will like it too and want to check the game out. So if you like the video and I turned you on to this game, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I love all of you, and I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.